Continuous Controls Monitoring, or CCM, is rapidly becoming one of the most important capabilities in modern GRC. But there's still a lot of confusion about what it actually is. Most people hear continuous monitoring and immediately think it just means running more frequent audits or generating more reports. That's not it. Today I'm going to give you a clear, in-depth explanation of what CCM really means in 2026, why it's fundamentally different from traditional control testing, why it matters more than ever this year, and then walk you through a practical, step-by-step way to start implementing it, even if you're starting from scratch with limited tools. I'll also share a free starter CCM dashboard template you can begin using immediately. This is the kind of capability that moves GRC from a periodic checkbox exercise to a real-time strategic function. Welcome to Applied IT GRC, the channel for practical, no-fluff insights that help you build real governance, risk, and compliance capability. Let's truly understand continuous controls monitoring. So, what is CCM? At its core, continuous controls monitoring is the ongoing, automated, or semi-automated process of testing and validating that key controls are operating effectively throughout the year, not just at audit time. It evolved from traditional internal auditing practices. In the past, controls were tested once or twice a year through sampling. You pick a handful of transactions and check if the control worked for those few cases. That approach worked when change was slow and the business environment was relatively stable. But in 2026, the world moves much faster. Cloud configurations change daily. AI systems are updated weekly. New vendors and tools are onboarded constantly. A single control failure can now create massive exposure in hours instead of months. That's why CCM represents a fundamental shift in mindset, from periodic testing to continuous assurance. Here are the key characteristics that define real CCM in 2026. 1. Frequency. Instead of annual or quarterly testing, monitoring happens daily, weekly, or even in real time. 2. Automation. You use scripts, APIs, log data, cloud configuration tools, and GRC platforms to test controls automatically instead of relying on manual sampling and spreadsheets. 3. Breadth and depth. You monitor a wider set of controls, both technical and manual, with deeper visibility into their actual operating effectiveness, not just whether the control exists on paper. 4. Proactive versus reactive. Traditional testing finds problems after they've already happened and caused damage. CCM is designed to detect issues as soon as they occur, or even before they become material. 5. Integrated assurance. CCM pulls data from multiple sources: cloud platforms, identity systems, HR tools, ticketing systems, and brings everything together in one dashboard so you can see the health of your entire control environment at a glance. Think of it like this analogy. Traditional control testing is like getting your car inspected once a year. Continuous controls monitoring is like having sensors and warning lights on your dashboard that alert you the moment something starts going wrong: low oil pressure, tire pressure dropping, engine temperature rising, brake wear. You don't wait for the annual inspection to find out the brakes are failing. In 2026, regulators and boards are increasingly demanding this level of assurance. Frameworks like DORA, NIS2, NYDFS Part 500, and SEC rules all emphasize ongoing monitoring and evidence of control effectiveness between audit cycles. The organizations that implement CCM well are seeing measurable benefits. Fewer surprise audit findings, faster detection and resolution of control failures, better risk visibility for leadership and the board, reduced manual testing effort over time, stronger ability to support faster business change without increasing risk. Now that we have a clear picture of what CCM actually is and why it matters, let's walk through how to set it up practically in your own environment. Step 1. Build and prioritize your control inventory. Start with your existing risk register, ISO 27001 mapping, or NISTRMF controls. Focus first on high-risk areas: access controls, change management, vendor oversight, incident response, data protection, and configuration management. For each control, ask two key questions. How critical is this control to the business or compliance? How feasible is it to monitor automatically with the tools we have? Step 2. Choose monitoring methods. Examples that work well in 2026. Access control. Monitor for dormant accounts, excessive privileges, failed MFA attempts. Change management. Track unauthorized changes in production environments. Vendor risk. Monitor SOC2 status changes or contract renewal dates. Configuration drift. Compare current cloud settings against approved baselines. Policy acknowledgement. Track completion rates and overdue training. Step 3. Set up data sources and integration. Pull from cloud provider AP is, AWS config, Azure policy, GCP security command center. Identity systems, Okta, Azure AD. SIEM and logging tools. GRC platforms, ServiceNow, Vanta, Drata, etc. HR systems for training and policy acknowledgement. Step 4. Build a simple but effective dashboard. Your dashboard should show at a glance: control health, green/yellow/red. Trend over the past 30/60/90 days. Open issues and how long they've been open. Coverage percentage across your control inventory. I've included a free starter CCM dashboard template in the starter kit that uses Google Sheets with conditional formatting, trend charts, and an issues log. Step 5. Establish review and response processes. Decide: who reviews the dashboard weekly? What triggers an alert or escalation? How are exceptions documented and resolved? How do we feed lessons learned back into the first and second lines? Common pitfalls to avoid. Trying to monitor everything at once. Start with 8 to 12 high-priority controls. Setting alerts that create noise instead of actionable signal. Failing to close the loop. Monitoring without follow-through is useless. Ignoring qualitative or manual controls that are harder to automate. Practical 30-day starter plan you can use this quarter. Week 1. Prioritize 5 to 8 critical controls and map data sources. Week 2. Build basic monitoring queries or reports. Week 3. Create the dashboard and test alerts. Week 4. Run your first review meeting and document lessons learned. Download the free Continuous Controls Monitoring Starter Dashboard from the Starter Kit link in the description. It includes Control Inventory Template, Pre-built dashboard with conditional formatting and trend charts, Sample monitoring queries, Issue tracking log, Maturity self-assessment checklist. If this deeper explanation of CCM helped you see how it fits into modern GRC and how to get started, hit like, subscribe, and follow at Applied IT GRC on X for more strategic and tactical GRC content. Next video: The Real Risks of AI in 2026. A deeper look for IT and GRC teams. Thanks for watching. Pick one critical control in your environment this week and ask yourself, How could I monitor this continuously instead of just testing it once a year? Let me know in the comments which control you chose. See you in the next one.